very, very sweet conversation that is coming up, and it all has to do with our kids and how we can make sure that their reading habits and all of that is encouraged. We'll be talking about that here on the show, and so please do well and be part of this conversation. Don't forget that we're doing this till 10, and there are other conversations that are coming up as well, so you might just want to stay. But Pebi Caps is here, and they've got something that you and I have to know when it comes to reading. Right, so we're going to get into it. Let me introduce my guest in the studio. They will help us understand better what this is all about. And so, Anyele Pebi is here, and she's the CEO of Pebi Caps. And I have Kezia Agbenyega. Kezia Agbenyega is also here. She's the head of content and programs for Pebi Caps. So, Anyele, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
And what do Akwaba?
Yeah.
Yeah. We will speak to you today. Kezia to say. Bibi aboko. Kwalani na ho. All right, so it's Ghana month, and so some of these things we all, going to be doing it small. Today I'm Bebri. That's my name, Bebri. Bebri. So that's what it is. But let's talk about the amazing things you guys are doing. For these, kids out there. When we talk about Pebi Caps, first of all, what are we looking at, the CEO?
Pebi Caps is all about reading and getting children to love reading. Because the research is clear that when children love reading, they do better in their school and in a future career as well. Tying it into Ghana Month, we are all delighted to celebrate Ghana Month. 68 years of independence is no small feat.
Yep.
And that's wonderful. That's awesome. There's a quote by Frederick Douglass, a former American slave, who said, "Once you learn to read, you'll be forever free."
Awesome.
So while we enjoy political freedom, there are many of us who can't read well and reach our full potential in school and beyond. So Pebi Caps is delighted to actually empower our youth, our young people to become free. We are all about getting children to get better at reading so they succeed in school and their future careers.
And to be able to do that, what have we put together?
So we've put together the Inter-Schools Reading Quiz, which is one of the many interventions that we have. And the Inter-Schools Reading Quiz is all about getting children to read, and we assessing them on what they have read. So the quiz takes place over a number of months.
Okay.
And it comes in stages. We have the qualification stage. We have the registration first, where we put an open call out to schools all over the country to apply to be part of it. Then those who apply will go into the qualification stage, where they are given a chance to read a wide variety of books. And then those who pass through the qualification stage and qualify to be in the top 50 on the leaderboard would go through a verification. And if you're verified and you're amongst the top 32, you go into the round of 32. Yes.
Whoa, that's a lot.
You go into the round of 32. Then if you pass through the round of 32 and you're in the top 16, you go into the round of 16.
Okay.
Then you go into the quarterfinals, which is 8 schools go into the quarterfinals. Then we have the semifinals and then the finals. The finals are 2 positions. There's a 3rd and 4th place competition, and then the final. Grand champion competition.
And what edition is this? Well, how long have we been doing this?
So this is the 4th edition, but it's actually the 2nd one we are doing on a bigger scale.
Okay.
Last year, Pebi Caps partnered with UNESCO Accra World Book Capital. And so for the first time, which was our 3rd edition, we did this in partnership with Multimedia, with Joy Prime. We're delighted to have Joy Prime as our partners. We had 51 schools taking part, and the children read over 105,000 books over a period of about 4 months.
100 and what?
105,000 books. They actually passed the book quizzes for these books, so we're very delighted to have that. And last year, it was mainly across Accra, and with just a few schools around Asante Mampong, Kumasi, and Ho. But this year, we are so delighted because we get to actually expand the reach of the quiz. We have schools from Accra, Takwa, Takrady, Sunyani, Tamale, Navrongo, Wa,
all the way.
All the way. It's the whole Ghana this time, and we are very delighted because the whole goal of the quiz is to inspire and ignite a vibrant culture of reading. And many of us consider reading to be a chore, a bore, a necessary evil, a punishment. You're watching too much TV, go and read. Or you're misbehaving in class, go to the library, if the library exists. So we are delighted to change the story, to rebrand reading, because reading truly leads to success and reading can be fun. So that's the whole aim of the inter-school reading quiz.
I see. So we're covering the entire country now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And which stage are we now? Wait.
So we are in the verification stage.
Okay.
We held the Accra verification on 5th March.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yes. Today feels like a weekend.
Yes.
So forgive me. On 5th March, we had the Accra verification on 5th March where we saw about 14 schools coming to get verified.
In Accra?
Yes, in Accra. It's kind of like justify your inclusion. Did
Okay.
you really read? And beyond Accra, starting from Monday, we are going on a road trip across the country to verify the children in literally almost all the regions in Ghana. If you are a millennial like me and you think about it like the 10 regions, previous 10 regions, then we are going to every single region. But now that they are 16, there are a few that we would miss. But we would have children coming from other places to join. So we are consolidating some of the regions into one.
Okay.
Those that are pretty close to each other. So we are going all the way up to the north, to the upper east, to the upper west, to verify children to be parts, hoping that they would join the schools in Accra and be part of the round of 32.
Okay. So after the verification, then we'll go to the next round, which is the round of 32.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then we'll scale it down before we get to the quarterfinals and then the final.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, if I am a student and I'm looking, maybe I've not been part of it before, and I'm coming, what am I expected to do? I'm going to read the entire encyclopedia?
So from the qualification stage, we give children the opportunity to read a wide range of books and literally have children who have read hundreds of books over the past 4 months. But when it comes to the round of 32 and thereafter, we actually give them a collection of books which they then read towards that specific contest. And then the questions are asked in 3 rounds and have a variety of questions, multiple choice questions.
Okay, so after reading it, we would have to ask you questions
Exactly.
to be sure that indeed you read the book.
Yes, yes, yes. And so that's how they progress. Their team or the school that is actually able to answer the most questions correct then gets to go into the next round.
I see. Interesting. When you interact with them, when you see them do the things they do, you think that it is something they're excited about? Because, like you mentioned in the past, we never had people really excited about it. We thought it was a punishment. But how do you see it after 4 editions? Let me put it that way, since, 2 but 4 editions. How do you see it? You think it's
There's
good?
a lot of excitement around reading. Actually, in fact, a little bit of overexcitement sometimes. Well,
That's good.
Yes, we actually get sometimes into trouble because the children are enjoying reading so much now. People are saying they are reading too much, they should sleep instead of read, but that's a good problem to have, compared with the alternative. When we had the verification, actually it was on Tuesday, the 4th of March, when we had the verification, we could see the excitement of the children. And it was so wonderful to see, that saying, if you want to hide something from a black person,
Put it somewhere in the book.
it was wonderful to see the opposite of that. Now, for these children, if you want to hide something from them, put it anywhere but in a book because they're excited to read and they'll discover any information they find through reading. Yeah.
I see. I know this is a serious task. It's not easy. In terms of support, how have we been able to go through the challenge? And if somebody wants to support, how can they do it?
So currently we have Joy Prime being a media partner.
We like to read, so yeah.
Yes.
Always supported reading.
Yes.
That's true.
Which we are grateful for. But we would put an open call out to anybody, individuals, corporate institutions, who are passionate about reading or passionate about children. Even if you're not passionate about reading, but then you want to see children develop. Reading is one of the ways by which children can develop. So we need their support to be able to scale this in a more bigger way, and also to be able to get the children much more excited and make reading much more fun, because that's the goal. If you want to give something to a child and you want to create a lasting impression, they need to be able to associate it with something. And if all these things that they see around them, for instance, I don't want to mention any specifics, but then if they see all these exciting things around them and they see them as part of reading, then it makes reading, they are able to associate reading to fun in their heads. Yeah.
Yeah, so to add to what she said, Many companies have their CSR goal being education. And so if there's a company that has, education as one of their CSR goals, and whether it's product sponsorship or it's, sponsorship, cash sponsorship, we're excited to partner with them. As we are going around the country, as she said, children love giveaways.
Yeah.
Anything from T-shirts to notebooks to food or,
Pens,
pencils, pens, so
Books.
whatever, books, so anything and everything that would serve to push the cause and make it very exciting for the children to receive something tangible as a reward for their efforts. And of course, it does take a lot of funds to run this program. And we've had 17,000 children so far participating in our programs in Pebi Cabs. And as we are going around the country to inspire reading, we would love to go around with companies that have a like passion for making a change in Ghana.
Awesome, that's good. On the back of that, I'm sure there are others who have already done some good. We want to appreciate them.
Yes, so we are very grateful to the Ghana Commission for UNESCO for giving us their support. Always have in terms of the credibility and the push to get there. As well, we want to thank companies like ITC, IT Consortium, for their very valuable support over the years when it comes to our platform. As well, thank Trenor Enterprises for also giving us their support and in-kind support as well. And yes, Hotel Philadelphia as well, also for their continuous support. But we're looking forward to having many more partners who come alongside us to push this. And of course, we can't end without saying a very big thank you to the entire multimedia group for pushing this and for actually promoting reading on this large scale.
Awesome. We're always going to be there to make it happen. So whether we like it or not, we have to read. So come and let's all do this together. Any last words you want to put out there before we go?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. For any parents listening, if your children don't like reading yet, sign up to Pebi Cabs, join us, because we are creating a reading revolution for the betterment of the entire country and also the continent. By 2050, half of the world's young people will be from Africa. And what kind of future are we going to have if 9 out of 10 children in this context cannot read and understand a simple story by the age of 10? So as a parent, I know you want what's best for your child. That can happen when they are able to read fluently and enjoy reading. And so I want to encourage you to plug into what you are doing and make sure that your child learns to be a reader today so that they can be a leader tomorrow. Thank you.
Great stuff. And I like selfless people. You could have been selfish with this, but you decided to come here and share and continue to share. And so we appreciate you. And thank you so much for coming to share that with us this morning. Angele Pebi, CEO, Pebi Cabs. And we also had Kezia Akbenyaga, Head of Content and Programs, Pebi Cabs, spending time with us and sharing this awesome experience. Please do well and represent in the various places that will come and be a part of this. We're grateful once again. There's more coming up right here on the show. See it where the Golden Girl has got some trends. Nathaniel Atto will be bringing you some sports. National Dance Ensemble is here with us, representing the